Hey everyone, welcome back to some more SimCity 4. We are here once more in New Gardenvale, and let's see, what did we do last time? We did this, right? Yeah. We got all of this developed. This is going to be primarily our industrial area. However, I don't think I want to develop this right now. I don't want to keep developing this side. We have a bridge. Let's start making it useful. So for that, I think it's time we think about a little bit of an area that's going to go over here. Let's see, how is an area going to be going over in this area? I could have it go that way immediately. Normally I would probably just do something like that. Wow, that actually, that follows so well. I don't know, do we do that? I don't see why not. I mean, that's really, really good. Alright, that's I think I want to do that. I think I want that. Only trouble is I don't want this roller coaster thing going along here. I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty certain I don't want that. So to get rid of that, I think I need to actually take a little bit less intrusive. Not the smoothest way to get it out of there in the history of ever, but you can see it's rewriting the terrain. Just a little bit, just a little. That's all we really need, right? Just a little bit. What do you think? Is that still a bit too steep? Now the trouble with having a diagonal like this, in case you are not aware, is this game wasn't really developed with the idea of buildings building diagonally as something that can occur. They usually want to build a nice straight streets. The diagonal ones really throw them for a loop, so we're gonna have to see how this actually works out. And if it's all possible to just oh, let's go through it, doesn't it? It does, okay. So we've got this going here. This goes there, and then I guess this would go up, huh? Looks like that's going to be our first area. But, like I mentioned, I did want to do this a little bit more akin to the style of which, you know, I'm accustomed to building in SimCity. So we're going to take this rather unorthodox shape here, and we're going to try to make it into something a little bit more symmetrical. So what did we have here? This was 11 and gives room for 4 if necessary with 1 separation, or room for 4 with a 3 behind it with 1 separation, or we can split that. Oh, just a whole bunch of different ways. So here's what I'm going to do. It doesn't make any sense for this not to be commercial, so I immediately click on residential because I don't listen to what I'm saying. Alright, so I want that as 4, and I'm thinking I'm going to want that as 4. So we immediately have a row of 2 here. And you know what? I think I'm going to have another row of 2. But that might be a 4. So I could do this. But then they'd be bumping into each other. Not sure if I like that. Alright, decision-making time. We have to decide, is this going to be a row of 4? Is this going to be a skyscraper at some point? I think it is. There's going to be so many customers here. I think this is going to be a 4. So let's plan for that. That's going to be a 4. There needs to be a separator. So I'm just going to give it its own thing. That's what it is. It might be 4. This might be something else later on. I do not know. Maybe I'll put in parking lots over here. I don't know. I'll put in something. We're going to do the same, similar, not quite the same, but similar thing over here. Whoops. Sorry, I forgot what I was clicking. Yeah, continue that. Now that's another row of 2. It's a little bit off though because of how we're building. But you know what? This one's going to be slightly different. This one's not going to be like that. This is actually going to be a little bit of a block here. So this is never going to be a row of 4. This is just going to be what you see. This is just going to be 3s. So let's take that and immediately decide there's going to be a row behind and something a bit like that. There we go. And that'll immediately get taken into here and to here. And now once again, I cannot get this symmetrical, and it always looks weird if you try, but you can't, right? If I have another row to 13 here, then it's like block it off down. It always seems to look a little strange in my head. So let's not try to hold up to that. Let's just do something completely different over here. Let's have a row of 3 here. There's not that much room there. Oh, there'll be room. There'll be room. There'll be room. Let's have a row of that there. That there. Now, should that be residential? Yeah. Yeah, that should be. That should absolutely be residential. So we're going to do that. That's never going to be skyscrapers either. There's going to be residential skyscrapers over in here or over in here or somewhere, but not here, not here. Here maybe. Along here maybe. Up in here, yeah. But not over here. Not over here. So let's just take that and do something about like this. There we go. And that way, when we put yeah. Changed my mind. Wonderful thing about SimCity, you can change your mind constantly. Mid-sentence, I was ready to completely change up what I was going to do. That's completely... Aw, you suck. You, I need you to disappear. Now I want you to align that way. Thank you. Now you can go back. No. Yeah. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to finish this one up. But the question is this, how is this going to finish up exactly? It's going to finish that way, it's going to finish that way, and there's a row of... Really? Did that just work perfectly? That's insane, oh my god. I didn't plan that. That wasn't something that was supposed to happen, it just did. Speaking of things that just did, I see this space here, and I think this and that immediately. It seems like that would definitely be a thing, you know? Because once again, we can't have this over here, but we can have something along the lines of this, right? We can even have something like this, and something like that. Let's see, we can have 3 and 3. If we have 3, there's a 2 spacer. That's kind of unusual. So let's have a 3 here. Let's have a... that's 4. Learn to count. Oh, I did count actually pretty quickly too. That's why I knew that wouldn't work. And that way. All right, I like how that's looking. I love how that's looking. We're not wasting too much space. We are kind of building in a grid fashion, but we're not building like rigidly symmetrical. So I kind of like this. I kind of like this. And the purpose of this area over here is that these people are going to be a little bit more well-to-do. Oh my god. Am I doing... Oh, I am doing that. Can I afford larger? I can afford larger. Okay, let's just give them more water. Jesus. And they have no... We'll deal with that too. You know what? Let's deal with all of it right now. Let's just put that across. Let's put that directly across. Wow, it actually works. I wasn't sure if it would. Now, unfortunately, when you're not dealing with flat land, can you really count to 7? I guess so. I guess you can, and I'm going to right now, so be right back. There we go, all nicely watered. But like I said, I want these guys to be a little bit better off. So what do you think? Should I have, I don't know, should I have a classroom like here or over on the water maybe? A classroom on the water, that's some pretty valuable real estate. Don't you think? Let's just take this weird area that we have here and make it into a whole bunch of stuff. We'll give them a school, large elementary, oh, the Tropical Library, I forgot. Oh, alright, I have that mod pack installed, don't I? Okay. Don't need a large one yet, I don't think. Does this cover everything? Okay, it does. I need to download the mods that allow this to be go across your entire city, because I like that a lot better. I don't like that though. SimCity, you better not be messing with me again. I swear to God, we had an agreement. Okay. No, this is just my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry. I don't mean to blame you. I need to decide where to place this. Let's just place this here before they get pissed. There, it's there, and it covers there, and it covers there. So, I could like dispatch. Oh, we're fine. See, we're okay. All right, so we've got that. I feel it's probably going to be enlarged a little bit. I should probably maybe have a few more places to park than that. What do you think? That'd be a good idea. I forgot where it is though. I am bad. Is it under street? Is it under the helper? Is it under the add-on? No, it can't. Yeah, it is. Doesn't really fit with it though, does it? The texture is just. Texture just isn't. It looks strange. Let's not use that one. Anything else? Pedestrian mall tile, I doubt that would be under there too, right? That'd be weird for it to be a pedestrian mall tile. Yeah, I don't think I have that texture currently installed. Yeah, I guess I don't. Tell you what, we'll leave room to expand on that later. For now, I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking, this is just going to be a bit of a thing. There's going to be a little bit of a commercial or a residentially thing here, though. So it's going to come out like there. It's going to be a bit of room. You don't want people like directly staring into the rooms of the school. It's kind of weird. I feel this is going to probably go straight down like so, and not next door. But maybe pretty close. Maybe pretty close, right? Like right here is gonna be so close to the so close to water, so close to water. That'll be fine. It has been claimed for itself. If you don't like it, you can always move it later. That's the wonderful thing about this game. Don't like it, and just change it. Just give it a change. Give it a change. There we go. So got some things back in there too. They've got places to go to school, which I really like. I've got those installed too. I can never get rid of those. Let's see. Let's have them not get shot and killed. See, I downloaded this because it said it was going to be like a suburban police station thing, but it just looks like a mansion. So I'm not so sure about that one. For the moment, I'm going to go with the tried and true one. But I want to keep this more in the, yeah, we can cover that area. I'm going to keep this more in the commercial area, I think. See, it goes up there and just barely hits. Now, unfortunately, the hospital, there's not a lot I can do about that. The hospital is just going to be the hospital. But what do you think? Should I put in a tropical clinic instead? That'd be weird. Maybe somewhere else. Maybe somewhere else. This is going to be a large area eventually, so let's just go ahead and bite the bullet and give them a full-fledged hospital. It's going to ruin our... It's going to ruin the effect that we had going there. But we'll work around it. We'll work around it. Defund it though, because you can see our budget went bonkers by doing that. Let's see, are you? Yeah, you're covering everything good. See, right now we are actually not... We're not kind of worth the amount of civics we're getting. Because they instituted those little area of influence things in this game, it means that you really have to... You're forced. If you want to be efficient, then you need a certain amount of population getting serviced by those buildings, otherwise they're not really worth the investment. Let's see, let's kick that up a notch. Let's kick that up a notch. Serious. You've got water. You don't at all have water, I'm sorry. There you go. I thought you were lying, but I was wrong. And part of the reason why we have these little breaks in our residential area is, one, we can break it up by putting different things in there. Two, if we want to put on road top mass transit, we can just do so right in that little break. It would affect the house next door, but we can do something about that as well. We can put another break in there and everything will be fine. If I want to put it road top here, just snip that guy off right there and just fill in the rest. This area, for example, is going to be filled. I don't know what yet. I don't know. Fencing it might be too good. We'll do something though. I just don't know what yet. This area over here, on the other hand, look how this is getting like really filled. Now again, mind the mods, okay? I should have all the mods listed down below, right? Among them is obviously a industry doubler. So if you're trying to do this in your own city and you're wondering, you know, why do you need more industry than I do? Yeah, thank you, that's why. Oh, that's gonna be so ugly. Well, now, let's say I do that. Where's the next set of 15? The 15's there, 16 goes there. It's just gonna have to be that way. Enjoy your rather odd roads there, dear sirs. Now we're not gonna just have this be a grid all the way across, because you'll notice we've left no room, or so you think, for a highway, and highways are kind of important. The more oh my god, no, I am not the Prince of Darkness, I am not the Prince of Darkness, I am not the Prince of Darkness. You have power, you have power. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't have a highway yet. Those are really important, because as you get more people, then one of the reasons why you have people saying they can't find a job is because you'll be like, well, how many people are on here? It's like, okay, 129 cars right now. This is like an underdeveloped area with only 7,000 people, right? So imagine 70,000. Can that bridge still handle it? No, probably not. What if it goes into 140,000? Now what about that bridge? So you need multiple ways of mass transit, because if this gets blocked up and commute time shoots up, that's one of the reasons why, because they just can't get across anymore. So alright, Slumland is doing very well. I do need to give them a break though, don't I? Let's give them a break. They deserve a little bit better than what I'm doing to them right now, because this is just not good. I mean, it's bad enough they're going to be polluted to all crap. In fact, they probably already are. Let's not even look at that. Let's do something else. They don't have a lot of... I'm trying to keep rich people out of here for the moment. We've got a little bit of demand for high wealth, and I want that across the river for the moment. So I have not given them schools, because if they have schools, they'll go up. But for now, let's just be friends and give this area a little bit of something. Now, unfortunately, what I'm going to give them is a little bit above their pay grade normally. Because I would use these, but I don't like how it just looks like utter and complete trash. That's too trashy. That's way too trashy. So we're not going to use the low wealth parking. The low wealth parks, rather. We're going to use the higher ones. And what I'm going to do with this, those of you who've seen my stream probably know what's coming, even if I apparently don't. Whoa, seriously, where's the straight one? There we go. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a park in here. We're going to put a park in here. It's going to go up to here, and then, yeah, it's going to turn right here. Just going to make a little bit of a turn. Yep, a little bit of a diagonal curve. Wait, that's not what I want to do, right? No, diagonal curve actually. Yeah, I don't want a curve. I actually want a corner, don't I? Yeah, with a corner. Don't. You better not be. You are. Oh my God, you are. Oh no. Okay. Oh well. That's fine. I'm completely okay with this. That's a diagonal then. Go away, diagonal. I want a straight one. There we go. Now I don't know what's going to be in the middle here. Something's got to be in the middle of that, right? What do you think? What are you feeling? What are you feeling? It's got to be something in the middle of that, huh? Something, something, something. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. So back to what I was saying. Something's in the middle. I just don't know what. Maybe a T intersection, huh? Maybe put that there. I hope that goes away. Thank you very much. And maybe this goes back in here and meets into that. Yeah, it might be. It might do indeed. And this just keeps going around. So we grab that 1x1 straight again. We kill that fracker right there that decided to mess with us. Boom, you're dead. Just think about that. Ha! Trying to fight with us. What's the matter with you? There we go. And just take it all around. There we go. But of course, the middle looks extremely weird, right? But that's the reason why I like this one better. Because now I can just take this open grass area, and it completely fits nice and seamlessly. So, I gave them a little bit of a parky area back in there. A little bit of a park area. There we go. And little mansion came up as a result of it. So we'll do more of that kind of stuff later. This area, on the other hand, a few mansions popped up. Not too much. They don't have a lot to celebrate about. They do have all of the fixings. So we haven't bribed them as much. We gave them a school. We gave them a hospital. They've got police protection, and that's usually enough to, you know, start getting them moving on in, if you have demand, of course. You have a lot more demand for the lower wealth and some commercial, but a lot more of the lower wealth. Now the question is, which one do I want to expand? I think I want to expand this because it's kind of bugging me a bit, you know? Yeah, they're gonna have a little bit of a park back there. I'll make a park for them. No. Alright, I'm gonna have at least swings or something for them back there. And there needs to be a space, like a road. So maybe it should start like right here for some extra. Maybe something like that. Because I mean, I don't know what school you went to, but I remember my elementary school had places to play. You know, they had like a little bit of a playground. A little bit, just a little bit of one. You know, it wasn't crazy, but it had more than just a parking lot. So they had like a swing or something. I seem to remember that. There was like a swing. Alright, that's a little bit too young, but we might have to go with it. You know what? Screw these people. Maybe these people have a basketball court. Yeah. We're gonna put it right next to the school. Alright. Basketball court next to the school. That is what the kids do. They play some basketball, absolutely. And you know, they got some grass in the area. They got a little bit of grass. Little bit of grass. Sticks out a little bit. I'll see what I can do about that later. But I do want that. There we go. Should be like trees back in there, shouldn't there? At least on the side facing the road, right? Kind of block things off back in there a bit. Kind of like that. Nah. Don't like the terrain difference there. What if we actually use the other one? Like the 1x1 Acer here. How about that? Speed up. That might be good, because then you can't just, these houses can't just like peek creepily at the kids, right? A little bit of cover there. Kids can be kids without perverts staring at them. I like that a lot. This area not doing too bad. This area not doing too bad. Bit more desire for, what is that? That is high wealth commercial services. Okay. But I think what we gotta do now that we've got that and that, I want to finish the rest of this so it has plenty of room to actually grow into. So let's just take this and do the 8s like I was doing. Get that finished off. So we don't have to keep worrying about it. There's only 3 extra expansions. Now there's plenty more for them to go on into. Oh, not that, not that, not that. There we go. We're going to need to start thinking about mass transit, thinking bus stops first. We should be okay with just bus stops. You don't really need a rail. You know, either a high speed or regular rail or subway. Until later. Until you have like tens of thousands of people, at the very least. And right now, we're not near that. We have 10,000 people, but that's it. All right, there we go. Though I'm inspired, this is gonna be something else. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is, but there's something else here, and it's not this. It's not this at all. It's something completely different. There's something in here. When I looked out like that, I saw something else in here. Not sure what's going to be in there, but it's going to be something. Alright. The question now is what to do with this part. This has got... we need residential over there. Let's go ahead and slap it in. So from here down to there. And what about the other side of that? Maybe we should have something over there too. More people, do you think? Could be a good idea. What have you been saying? The city's water is full of fuck. Why? Oh my god, it might be actually be that close. We are pretty close. You might be right about that. Tell you what. I want to see it. Oh, it's not. It doesn't tell me actually. Graphs. Water pollution. Yeah, it's like that. That makes sense. I understand. Go away. All right. Temporary solution. We're going to temporarily put those two there and destroy those. Because there's no way we should need a, you know, to treat our water just yet. Later on, yeah, but not yet, not yet. Check the water pollution. Alright, it's out of there. These pumps shouldn't be in any danger of being turned off. But I don't like that. Is that what's in here? A water no, it can't fit. Something else is back in there. But for the moment, yeah, we are definitely treating that. Oh man, we can't leave that. No way. There we go. Budget's still okay. Check and see if our water, did that do anything? Up. It's getting all pixely. Uh-oh, looks like that's as much as it's gonna do. Oh well. It's pretty well contained anyway for the moment. It's keeping it out of a residential area, and that's good enough. Anyway, and that's going to be it for this particular episode. We began this area over here. We're going to expand it, but of course, feel like somewhere back in here is going to be low density. And right in here. Not on the sides, but somewhere in here is going to be low density. I wonder if we're going to have farms. Should we have farms over here too? Should I have like farming community over in the corner? Is that kind of bleeding over into this way? Maybe some low density over here? I don't know. We'll see. Join me next time where we find out.